So that's another area where the labyrinth, I think, is beautifully applicable, is healing critical voices. Do you know what I mean by critical voices? You know, somebody's in there not cheering you on, but telling you what a poor job you're doing, or that you really don't have the intelligence, or that you think you're too big for your bridges. Well, what do you do with this critical voice? You know? Well, first of all, it has to become conscious. We can't deal with that if it's not conscious. And a lot of times critical voices are under the surface. They'll pop up whenever we're risking taking genuine, authentic action in the world. That's when they pop up. When we are just doing our old thing and kind of just being our old kind of hidden self, they don't pop up because they're in control. But as soon as you step out of the box, just even a little bit, just a little bit, boom, there it is. Who said you could do that? You're being too big for your bridges, you know? That's when they get activated. Just when we're taking action in the world that's unique and authentic to who we are. So, first thing, have it become conscious. All right, how do you do that? Well, you become, and this is a great labyrinth exercise, become the hearer of your thoughts instead of the thinker of your thoughts. Right? So in other words, you go, whoa, listen to what I just told myself. Jeez, I shouldn't try this because I'm too stupid to do it? Wow. You see, you hear it rather than just, you know, well, of course, you know, you just think it and you believe it. So you need the thought to come conscious. Then once it's conscious, you have much more choice over what you do with it. In the labyrinth, once it's conscious, and this may not happen all in one walk, in the labyrinth, you want to begin to start responding to it. Do a history on it. Whose voice is it? Whose voice is it? What action did you take to have it ignited, this grumbly old frog that speaks up in the middle of the night? What did you do to have it start croaking? Right? And then begin to look at it and respond to it. You could go from, thank you for sharing, to I'm not so sure, not so fast now, just a minute now. I do have my degree in da-da-da-da-da, or not so fast now, just a minute. Unearth the voice, pull it out at its roots and look at it. And with it becoming conscious, and with you having a couple responses handy, like thank you for sharing, then you can begin to really change that. You can begin to really look at how, number one, how that's operated in your life. I like Mary Oliver's, she's an American poet, you know, what are you going to do with your one wild life? It's a great question. It's a great question. And she ends the whole poem by saying, I simply do not want to be a guest having visited the earth. Well, it takes us to really look at what stops us. And critical voices is a huge, huge area on that. Another that's related to that is perfectionism, because perfectionistic voices can be really, really closely related to critical voices. But even perfectionism can be more infiltrated into our behavior. You have to have the perfect house, and your kids have to be dressed the perfect way, and you have to do all the perfect things. Anybody know that? I think I've experienced it, and I don't know in terms of the men in the room whether it's as active in men as women, but boy, do I see it in spades in women. I really do. It really, really comes up. We have a saying at Grace Cathedral. If it's worth doing poorly. It really helps. It really kind of unhooks you from it, you know, because, you know, that's true and not true, of course, but if you're struggling with perfectionism, sure enough. Yeah, really, really very important. So all of these psycho-spiritual pieces that can come together in the labyrinth, and my work has wound up just really kind of helping people know how to swim in that interior world. A lot of times people get frightened, you know, oh my God, I saw an image, or I remembered a dream, or, you know, and not a lot of times, but sometimes. And to know to stay with it, to breathe, to continue to walk the path, to do what you need to do for yourself.